Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys been doing? Welcome to week 2 of our TBU team analysis. Sublime Salamence is going against St. Louis Sableyes. Yes, we're gonna go against Dan, and I'm gonna go directly into what Dan has. I'm gonna be very specific, very brief this time around. I'm not gonna make a 40-minute video. I promise this is most likely gonna be about 20 minutes, up to 25, but that's it. So let's go directly into what he has. Mega Audino, Thunderous Incarnate, Greninja Torrent, Emboar, Honchkrow, Excelgor, Salamence, Spiritomb, Regirock. What am I expecting looking at my draft? I'm expecting him to bring Mega Audino, Thunderous Incarnate, Greninja, Emboar, Excelgor, Salamence. Or Honchkrow, or Regirock. The one Pokemon I'm not expecting here from looking at his draft is Spiritomb. There's a specific reason why. Some of them have to do with the previous week. Spiritomb being a bait for his opponent's fairy to set up a Dragon Dance and basically mend the end of his team. And Spiritomb has been praised from what I've heard. I've used Spiritomb in Season 1, but from my knowledge of using it, I've come to realize that Spiritomb is actually a very big drawback to teams sometimes, depending on what kind of team you face. But from what I've actually experienced is that, every team has a fairy, and most fairies don't really care about Spiritomb. Let's take some examples here. We got Clefable, we got Unaware, doesn't care about Spiritomb, it can heal Bell. We got Florges, lots of fairies get cleric moves as well. Altaria is no example. So Spiritomb really doesn't touch them. And I think that in this case, he's most likely gonna stay away Spiritomb just in case he's not gonna allow for the same situation to happen as week 1. So I'm pretty sure my opponent here is gonna be thinking, is gonna be faking, head on and not be making any foolish mistakes. So those are the Pokemon I'm expecting. I have to also say thank you to Derek for helping me out regarding this. He's been calcing a lot. And I also want to thank one more person that I believe I have in here. Just a second, guys. I'm going to be very brief. I want to thank him also because he's been so supportive. Exen Hussein. Exen Hussein. Yes. Okay. Exan Hussein. Right. I hope I haven't butchered your name, but friend, thank you for providing me the Pokemon. You really helped me out here because there needs to be specific EVs here, and he's been really helping me out. So thank you for that. Anyways, let's go briefly directly into our team, shouldn't we? Right. So my friend Derek has this mindset that he's gonna bring a Regirock, and at the same time, he also has this mindset that he will not bring a Regirock because I got Serperior with Leaf Storm. Now looking at his team, I'm like, no, I cannot bring a Serperior with Leaf Storm. Yeah, it is tempting. I can't. He's got too many resistances to that, and I think I'm gonna try to skip such a beast. I mean, Serperior with Leaf Storm is incredible, but I don't think that is a team I want to be using it against. So basically, with that, I decided to go with the Yancy. EV spreads are simple: Toad Speed, Salamence at max speed, Jolly, and basically everything. The rest is put into HP. And special attack, Calm Mind is there for the sake of Mega Audino, and maybe even take a Hydro Pump from the likes of Greninja, which I do expect. Not to mention, if I got Ninetales support with Drought, I can easily take a Hydro Pump because Drought does, kind of destroy Water's effect, and basically the Yancy is weak to it, but with the help of Sun, I can easily take that, especially with the help of Calm Mind. So that's basically what this Pokemon is about. Put up a Calm Mind, one-on-one against Mega Audino can also work really well. Emboar, if I cannot speed, I can threaten it. Honchkrow cannot touch this in case he does bring it. This Pokemon is going to shut it down completely. Outside, if he's got like Steel Wing, this could be very, very detrimental. Excelgor, depending hidden power, Steel could also be a factor. Salamence, if it's not Scarf, I cannot speed. And generally, Spiritomb again is a Pokemon that just doesn't go one-on-one with this. It just doesn't rumble with it. I guess I'm one of the few fairies that he could rumble because I'm weak, 4-time weak to the likes of Steel. But then again, he is also weak to my moves, so I'm just gonna destroy him after that with Moonblast. So yeah. Anyways, next Pokemon, Tornadus Tyrion. I love this Pokemon. He's been working really well for me in week 1, and while we did lose our match, I think that he's been performing really well, and I'm going to be bringing it for week 2 as well, because I think that he is going to be doing me some good stuff here. EV spreads are strange, but they're specific. I got Choice Scarf. I think I need Choice Scarf to outspeed the likes of Greninja. Not to mention, I can outspeed Ember, even if he's also Choice Scarf, which I do expect him to be Choice Scarf. I also can outspeed, this is the most important, a Dragon Dancing Salamence. Salamence is a very big threat. I'm actually debating whether or not I should put Hidden Power Ice, but they didn't. They decided to just go straight for the set Tailwind, just in case I need Scarf Tailwind for the support of my team. Mostly my team can then, for 2 turns, outspeed most of his threats if I can decide myself to use it on the right moment as they take me out. But that's going to be hard. Not to mention that I'm going to try to rely on Air Slash, by far the most important move, because if I can get rid of Megaudino, Tornadus, yes, that's also a problematic Pokemon, but Heat Wave is going to do a lot under the drought. Not to mention he doesn't have too many switches for the likes of Heat Wave, now that I think about it, the side of Regirock and Megaudino, and maybe, an Ember, but that's still going to be doing some damage, and, with the recall that Flare Blitz does provide afterwards, Ember's days may be numbered a little bit closer than my opponent wants, because Ember is a huge problem. It really is. So use Ninetales is going to be pretty it's going to be pretty dangerous, but it is a viewer's pick. You guys have picked it and I have to use it. But Tornadus, Fury, ladies and gentlemen, is in here. I don't got Hurricane because drought as well, so I decided just to go with this. Choice Scarf, very important. It can even outspeed Excelgor, and I can really, if I can hide this from him, I can maybe even surprise him and take a Pokemon down that normally wouldn't happen if I didn't have a Choice Scarfer. So this is my my Pokemon U-turn for Scout, and I can even flinch because I'm mostly probably going to be faster than everything on his team. Anyways, next Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Ninetales. As I mentioned, it's going to be Focus Sash, Drought. I don't know if I should run Focus Sash, but just in case he's got like an Earthquake in Salamence or something, then I would probably been in my best interest to do so. I got Nasty Plot Fire Blast. With a Nasty Plot Fire Blast, basically one-shot Salamence. Extra Sensory, extra sensory. Actually, not extra sensory. This was a mistake. Hidden power. Where do we got? It's hidden power. Hidden power ice. Hidden power ice. Yeah, basically gonna be hidden power ice right here. Nasty Plot, as I mentioned before. Basically hidden power ice for the likes of Salamence, while other Pokemon don't really care too much about it. This basically can go well against Greninja as well. Water moves are destroyed. Dark Pulse doesn't take me out in one shot. Night Slash can do a reasonable amount of damage actually. Fire Blast is powerful. I did some calcs. My friend helped me out with some calcs here. Overheat Specs does about 88% to a Salamence on the Switch, which is insane. This Pokemon truly is incredible. I want to thank everybody that picked it for me, because I've been looking at it and I've been actually completely stunned by the strength this Pokemon possesses. Solar Beam for the likes of Greninja, as I mentioned. Megaudino even cannot go against this one-on-one, especially if it doesn't have the coverage, which I doubt because I resist both his moves. With Drought, yes, Flamethrower can get boosted, but so can Nasty Plot Fire Blast from my side of field, which is going to be significant. I can win one-on-one with a Calm Mining set because Nasty Plot is going to be out-surpassing the strength of his special defense increase, but I'll have to attack it when Sun is still up. Then Fire Blast is still going to be a pickle because you can miss, but again, Ember cannot like to switch into this, especially if I got Nasty Plot going, and generally he doesn't like to switch into Fire Blast because it's very, very powerful, as well as the rest of his team outside of Regirock, but I got Solar Beam for that in case he does bring it. Moveset is basically Modest Nature, Max Speed, and have that random, not this, but like this, so basically I can switch into Stealth Rocks 4 times. I got Focus Sash, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Focus Sash for now. Anyways, next Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be Weavile. Weavile is Focus Sashed. This Weavile is Focus Sash, is Max Speed. Max Speed, again, random HP number to take on Stealth Rocks. It's not Focus Sash, what am I talking about? My bad, guys. It's not Focus Sash. My idea isn't Focus Sash, my idea is Lumberry. Lumberry Weavile. The reason it's a Lumberry Weavile is because I can go against Tornadus Incarnate with Prankster ability Thunder Wave. He can try to Thunder Wave me as I go for the Ice Shard also, but generally I don't take him out. And if I go for like Icicle Clash, he will speed me. The problem with this is that if he paralyzes me, well, Weavile is basically a goner. And yes, I could run Hubel on the Yancy, but then Chris would kill me off. You know, he would basically make fun of me because I put Stealth Rocks last time, and yeah. But look, okay, I don't got Stealth Rocks. Look, okay, I'm calm, okay. So shut your gap. But anyways, we're just joking around. But you know, Lumberry basically, I can also go like against Spiritomb in case he doesn't have like hidden power file. Let's say Spiritomb is a feint, you know, that's pretty good, and that can definitely work. But yeah, it can definitely work. Ice Shard, like generally with Mega Audino there, it's a problem. Emboar is a problem, but if I can get rid of them, Low Kick is basically for Regirock and Emboar. But spreads are pretty simple. It's Jolly Nature. It has to be Jolly Nature because with this I can even outspeed a Scarf Jolly Emboar. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I can even outspeed a Scarf Jolly Emboar, and this Pokemon doesn't care about Sucker Punch. I can take 4 of those, I believe. Or 3 at least. I can really take them well, and yeah, to think this Pokemon can take a move. Actually, it can take a special move. Thinking about it, we always say it's really frail, but 85 isn't bad. It's not bad, so we should stop saying that. But then again, the HP is also not that great. What this Pokemon is a very powerful hitter, but with Ember around, I'll have to predict some moves. Low Kick can do about 45% to 50 to a Regirock, but then leftovers combined. But that's a special defensive Regirock, which most tend to be. So this Pokemon very, very powerful against him. Honchkrow stop, Excelgor not really stop, but Salamence it stops Salamence, and that is where it stops. Okay, just Salamence. That's all I need to stop Salamence, because Salamence is a threat, Moxie, Dragon Dance is a threat. And I can even knock off and maybe get rid of some important items on the Switch. But with Mega Audino around, that's probably going to be very hard to do so. But yes, with that, let's go to our next member, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Metagross. Now, the speed has been actually provided by my friend Derek. Now, basically, all the ideas here are made by me. Derek really helped me out get the idea of what my opponent would have bring if he would have been in his shoes. And you know, but generally all this moveset ideas are mine, and the items as well, and EV spreads. This one actually, he said 56 EVs into speed, and I cannot seem to remember for what it was. I think it was something to do with Ember here. I believe a bulky Ember, something to do with Ember, in case it's something strange. But generally speaking, it is about Ember, and I'm completely fine with that. Bring it on. I'm just gonna put everything else into bulk and attack. I was thinking about the Agility set, but then I've come to realize, wait, if he brings the Pokemon that I'm predicting, he's gonna have 3 Pokemon weak to rocks, and his Hitmontop is in the bench. So I don't know what Dan is thinking to have Hitmontop in the bench when he got 3 Pokemon weak to rocks. But then again, looking at his draft, he's got very hard hitters. So I may not have the chance to put up the rocks, you know. It's going to be hard. This Pokemon is very slow. I got Air Balloon to take on Earthquake from the likes of Scarf, Salamence with Moxie, because my team is kind of weak to Earthquake. Looking at it, I need at least 1 Pokemon that can come in. And Meteor Mash for the likes of Mega Audino, Ice Punch for the likes of Thunderous, which resist, and or Ember, you know, Earthquake and so forth. Generally, the coverage is there. EV spread is pretty self-explanatory, and that is Metagross, ladies and gentlemen, for us all. Next Pokemon, Tentacruel. Right, Rapid Spin. I have to have that for the likes of Tornadus, Weavile, and Ninetales. 3 of them Pokemon are weak to rocks. So again, man, Regirock, my opponent. Derek is saying he will bring it, but then Derek also said, nah, he may not bring it because of the Serperior, you know, he's really, really scared of Serperior, that Pokemon. But I got Metagross, I got Tentacruel also, Solar Beam, Ninetales, Tornadus, I mean, Diancie, Metagross, I don't know, he can really stop Weavile. So I'm really scared of a potential Regirock, but I don't see it being used. But he can put up the rocks, you know. He can definitely put up the rocks. Anyways, I got Vacanberry, which is strange. Vacanberry basically means it's an item health damage from super effective electric type moves, single use. It's meant to be used for the likes of Wild Charge Emboar, as well as a Thunderbolting Thunderous Eye. because I can then damage him with Waterfall, Poison Jab. I can go one-on-one with Megaudino because I'm really trying to centralize my team against Megaudino, because a Calm Minding Megaudino is probably one of the most dangerous Pokemon I've ever faced in my life. That thing is so bulky, it can keep on taking moves, and with a couple of Calm Minds you can just forget hitting it on special side because it is way too bulky. Yeah, it is way too great, and I had to keep it in mind. So Sword Dancing, Poison Jabbing will dent his team greatly. Not to mention that if his Ember is not Scarf, I can outspeed it, because this thing is actually quite fast. It's got 100 base speed, and for a bulky mon like this, that's quite impressive. So a little bit gimmicky, but not really. A Sword Dancing set, I mean, is that a gimmicky set? I can't really say, but I can see it work. Sadly enough, we don't got a Rain team. We got Drought, which kind of counterparts our strategy, but at the same time got Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks. Sword Dance there to set up against Audino one-on-one. We can take on Thunders after +2. We can probably even one-shot him with Waterfall if he's like Life Orb, or if we can put up the rocks, you know, that's gonna stock up damage. Poison Jab for the likes of, well, generally Water and Poison goes really well against his team, because I'm starting to see that his team, while being very powerful, doesn't have the best defensive coverage. Like if I can even see Water right now doing just about standard or super effective damage about just about to everything outside of Greninja. But Greninja isn't the bulkiest Pokemon, and that is only Water coverage. Fire, for example. Let's look at his team. What can take fire? Salamence, Regirock, and Ember. But Ember isn't the most reliable Pokemon to take all moves on the Switch. While it is kind of bulky, it's not that bulky. But then I got the same syndrome. You know, I got also this syndrome that I don't got the most bulkiest team, but I can play this meat offense to hype offense, but he can also play this game. So I think this is gonna be kill or be killed kind of game. So I'm really looking forward to this. But the EV spreads are pretty self-explanatory. Jolly nature, jolly good show, you know. Tentacruel, yeah, Tentacruel is in, and basically it's gonna be jolly nature just in case he's got like a Dragon Dancing Adamant Salamence that can easily outspeed him. If I got +2, that I can keep on stacking up damage. We're gonna see if he's gonna have a Moxie set, because his other ability does get displayed. But anyways, that is the team for us today. It is well, basically, you know, it is a match that I'm looking right into, and I want to get like over with, because that is a threatening team. We got Ember, we got Honchkrow, Excelgor can be very good, and also this Tornadus. This is very important. Tornadus Scarf. I'm probably gonna lead with it if he's got Excelgor, because I'm expecting Final Gambit, and if he sees Tornadus, he will probably click it, because Tornadus is a huge problem towards his team. So I'm trying to kind of bait him to basically try to use Final Gambit as I hit him with Scarf, Air Slash, outspeed him, take him down to 1 if he's sashed, and basically with that, if he Final Gambits, that's going to do 1 HP damage. So that's even worse than using Rapid Spin. Basically what I'm saying is that that is also huge. Like not allowing him to Final Gambit a very potent, very important member, because I think every single member here is very important to the likes of his team. Yeah. Funnily enough, the most scary Pokemon, probably Regirock. I don't expect it. I actually don't. While Derek said it, and then kind of, you know, go against his own word, I don't expect it. I think he also didn't use it in week 1. That also kind of adds up to my doubt he will use it in week 2. I think he's going to use Honchkrow. So I'm prepared for it. I got Weavile, Metagross. I mean, Metagross doesn't like take on Honchkrow, honestly. But I can have Bullet Punch. The NC can take on Honchkrow quite well. Also this, outside of Steel Wing. Honchkrow is considered in the Pokedex as Big Boss Pokemon, right? Well, my Tornadus is called Big Boss. Yes, I named him Big Boss, and I didn't even know about the Pokemon entry until Derek told me about this. Which is hilarious, because if he brings Honchkrow and it comes down to my Big Boss, Honchkrow being in Pokedex considered Big Boss Pokemon, that would have come down to the most glorious moments between the big birds, the big bosses going against each other. That is something I freaking want to see. But yeah, for that to happen, we're just gonna need to wait. Hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. But that is a scary team, and you know, Dan is nothing to mess around with. After what happened in week 1, I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to do his best to stand out and give me a hell of a fight. But anyways, with that being said, till next time, guys, take care. Peace.